Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Brian Boyle and I'm back, and the reason I'm saying I'm back is because I just filmed like this whole crazy 9-minute episode and then went to start doing the editing and there's no sound whatsoever. So even though this is episode 75, the diamond anniversary of the mesh tongue, this is like episode 76 of the mesh tongue because I only do these once. That's why if you see crazy stuff coming in, it's all just not rehearsed. It's just coming out. That way it doesn't sound goofy and like I'm talking like this. It is what it is. So hey, episode 75, I'm back. Hopefully you've got some sound this time. And hey, thanks for those emails. Keep those coming in at Brian, B-R-I-A-N, at company5k.com. Today is Thursday. It's the start of March Madness. It's March 16th. And oh man, I love this time of year. This is one of my favorite times of the year. I wish I could be off and at the games. And you know who you are. Somebody told me this morning that they had tickets. And he said, I gave them away because I didn't think you and I could go. So, if you ever have any tickets and you don't know if I can go or not, just call me. Call me. We can go. We can figure a way out. They were in Salt Lake here. They got some games going on. We could have been there today. So, you know who you are if you're watching this. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me after the fact. And I'm already giving them hard enough time, but yeah, could have been at the games today. So, if you're an NCAA basketball fan, this is my favorite time of the year. So hopefully you are having a great day as well. I'm a big Duke fan. I'm not afraid to admit that. So I know there's a lot of folks that hate Duke. It is what it is. I've just always been. So no apologies here. Today I want to talk to you about metabolic equivalence. So we've talked about injury, what to expect after recovering from an injury. Metabolic equivalence, or METs, okay, is the energy cost, and I've got some notes here. I wish I had all this stuff in my brain. I'm not a numbers guy, so if all of a sudden I was just pulling these random numbers out, I'm reading off a sheet or something. That's just the way it is. But it's the energy cost to perform a physical activity. So if we think about this, for those people that are numbers folks, running at a 12-minute mile, okay, is an 8.7 metabolic equivalent, or MET. 11-minute mile, 9.4. 10-minute mile, 10.2. 9-minute mile, 11.2. An 8-minute mile, 12.5. 7-minute mile, 14.1. And a 6-minute mile, 16.3. Put that in perspective, cycling on average 3 to 8 plus metabolic equivalents. If swimming is your thing, also then on average 4 to 8 plus. At a 12-minute mile, you're already at 8 plus. So metabolically challenging. There's lots of energy costs associated with running. Why do I bring this up again? Well, I talked to you yesterday. If you're injured and you have to stop running, you need to know how to figure out how many calories you've been burning in order to either A, reduce that caloric intake, or increase your activity through something else in response. So if you start cycling and you're going, well, I'm cycling and doing pretty good, and your metabolic equivalent is at a 3 versus what you would normally be at a 9, you need to figure that out, figure out how to change that. So here's an example. To determine caloric expenditure, okay, so how many calories, you take the MET number, times that by 3.5, times your body weight in kilograms, okay, so MET times 3.5 times body weight in kilograms, divide that by 200, okay, and you get calories or kilocalories per minute. Okay, so I'll show you an example here. A 160-pound person, which is 73 kilograms, runs a 9-minute mile, 11.2 METs, and I'll put this up on runpainless.com in a few days. So for those visual people that like to see this stuff, if you're like me, I have to see it. I like hearing things, but I also like to see things. If you're visual like me, I'll put this up. 11.2 METs, and so that would be basically you would take the metabolic equivalent, which is 11.2, times 3.5 times the body weight, which was 73 kilograms, divide that by 200, and you come out with 14.3 kilocalories per minute, or in a 30-minute run, 429 calories. So if we know that 1 pound is equal to 3,500 calories, then you would say over 7 days, if you took 7 days off, okay, that's 1 pound, 500 calories. So your normal 30-minute workout, all right, that's burning 429 calories. If you're running that 7 days a week, you're going to, in essence, either maintain or lose a pound a week, okay? So you need to change that. If you're injured, you need to change your diet so that reflects that. Now, my college roommates laughed at me. They laughed at me because at the time when I was running at my, at my peak, in my ultimate, speed and all that other fun stuff, I weighed 154 pounds. Today I weigh 205 pounds. Okay, my 154 was one of those that a stiff wind would come by, blow me over. It is what it is, okay, but I was fast. That's how it was, but I could eat anything. I was eating like 5,000, 6,000 calories a day, SpaghettiOs and meatballs, Pepperidge Farm coconut cakes, Doritos, Cool Ranch Doritos, soda, you name it, just junk, and I was still losing weight. So if you stop running when I got my stress fracture, okay, I had to change how much I was, and then next time I got injured, I had to change, okay, again, so that you're not putting on this additional weight. Because remember, if you never put it on in the first place, it's not as hard to lose, okay? So you have to remember that. When you take something like this and you say, now I know how many calories per minute I'm burning, okay, and again, this isn't an exact science. I mean, it's a pretty rough estimate. When you take that into consideration, you say, hey, if I'm injured and I'm needing to lose, or if you're just wanting to lose weight, okay, then you know how many calories you could either consume versus burn, that sort of thing, and we can kind of go over that again. But if you have questions, that's the reason why this is important. So leave those questions below, comment on this, send me an email, Brian, Brian at company5k.com. I'll be happy to answer you if you have anything more specific about this. I'm not a registered nutritionist or a dietitian. I do have kind of a strong background in strength and conditioning and in nutrition and such. I do have some really good resources for you, though, if you're more interested in this. There are certain things you can go and get tested. There's a lot out there. But this is just a rough estimate. If you're just trying to just figure this out on your own, hopefully this helps. So, thanks for being here today. It is Thursday. Tomorrow is episode 76. It's St. Patrick's Day, so don't forget to wear your green. And it's also Friday, so hey, got any big plans? This is coming up. Let me know. This is episode 75, the second time. This is Brian Boyle. Check out runpainless.com. As I always say, share this with your training partners, your friends, your family. Don't go hurting yourself to come back. But I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you will too. See you again. All right, take care.